welcome back to the Bedouin Banter podcast. It is episode 36, another special in the series, the Banter Buddies series, where we talk everything open form, free range, having fun with the guys here in the studio. Of course, it's going to be another one with Matrouk and another special guest who's returning for our Banter Buddies series because the topic and the theme is going to be all things related to the whore life. Or at least what goes on in Juffair life itself. We have, of course, in studio, Mike Donovan.
Yeah, walla.
AKA the biggest hoe in Bahrain.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back,
true,
everyone.
that's true.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate.
Thank you for coming back, sir. And also, there's a man behind the camera who's a special assistant of us today. Are we mentioning names?
Sure.
All right, Red is here in studio with us as well. He's going to be our Jamie. A little help behind. That's why everything looks better. This is why things are framed better. And hopefully things are going to be produced a lot better tonight. I'm
going to be a little bitch and I'm going to say he just forgot to introduce me.
No, I said your name.
You did?
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You just associated Juffair with Matrouk and you thought I was talking about whores. That's what you thought immediately.
a
I don't blame you. You guys have a whole building to yourself. Anyway, guys, that's not going to be the only theme for the week. Of course, we have a bunch of stuff coming up this week. We're going to be going back and focusing on some other things, including some of the stuff later on with some guests that are coming on the show in the next couple of episodes. We have returning to the show with her new hubby, Sammy, who's going to be talking to us about life with tabletop. You know, everything's to do with relationships, couples, etc., and how it is in Bahrain. So if you have topics you'd like to suggest, make sure to let us know, guys. I'm always interested to see what you want me to cover, what you want me to talk about. So thank you for the support, the help, the subscribes. And don't forget to keep it going. Hit that subscribe button. Give a share to some people. Make sure to hit a like. The most important thing is that share. Let people know you've been loyal fans. Thank you so much. All right, so into it now with Mike Donovan and Matrouk.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. So
Yeah, you've been... is this the topic? Can we talk about it? Or is it considered not public information?
Oh, we're starting off that way, aren't we?
Fuck him.
We're starting off that way.
Fuck him.
All right. So I'll let the asshole out of the bag. So yes, obviously I'm an American in Bahrain with relatively short hair. I think you all can guess or should know what I do. I work on the base. Everything I'm about to say is my own opinion, not the Navy's, not the government's. I don't represent those people, even though I'm part of those people. Let's talk about some shit.
That's right. We're here to talk shit, have fun, shoot the shit. You can't. No.
And to state the obvious, if people are wondering to themselves, well, why the fuck is this guy wearing glasses? For whatever reason, when I interview, I get a little twitchy sometimes in my eyes, so I'm just...
I didn't notice it.
This is literally helping, but I'm that much of a douche.
I did not notice it last time. You're a douche, of course. That goes without saying.
Oh, I definitely noticed it.
I didn't notice it in the twitching until you brought it up last time.
Yes.
So I now notice it more. Thank you for that.
Yes.
And I can't stop, so thank you for wearing the sunglasses. Are they sunglasses? What are those called?
It's a...
Shades?
It's a lifestyle accessory.
What do the kids say these days, Red? Is it shades?
They're shuttering shades.
Shuttering shades?
Yes.
They're
Slim shades.
Yes.
Weren't they like popular in like 2010, Mike?
Yeah, but
These kind of shades.
I mean, hey, like Yeezy made them popular, and these ones light up. Yeah. So.
You can see those same shades every weekend in Calexico when it's back open.
Hey, you know, if the French want to come back and piss people off,
that's true. There was a France 24 special that Mike made an appearance in.
I sure did,
covertly.
Just for our viewers, if you spot the mythical creature dancing, well, you know,
it's always Mike.
What mythical creature? White American dude in Bahrain.
Yes.
Wow.
But that's the thing. Mike is he truly is a unicorn when it comes to the Navy and a lot of expats on the island, Navy or otherwise.
He is, and he's as sassy as a unicorn as well.
I try.
The whole thing.
But unlike unicorns, I'm pretty easy to pin down. I'm not.
You are a staple. Like you get to know the people there. You get to know the people that walk in there, walk there, talk there, dance there, jalama there.
No, I've been very lucky. I have a diverse group of friends. For the I've known Khaled and Matrouk since. Well, I met you literally my first week here.
Hold my Kadak!
Right? Improv.
Sue me if you can.
Mobbing.
Sue me if you can.
Going strong here.
Mobbing.
We are.
Yeah.
Stickers for everyone. Instagram, follow us. Matrouk, I think I met week 2.
Was it week 2?
Yeah, you were just this like.
I was just this dude that walked into the fucking improv workshop and just generally confused.
So you had like a Chia Pet vibe going on with the hair and the
He
beard.
did.
Yeah.
He's a cutesy when it comes to that.
That's true. No,
He has hedgehog vibes to him as well.
yeah.
I do have hedgehog vibes. You know who was called the hedgehog? Ron Jeremy.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you brought that up last time, right? No, I looked it up and then I found out he was called the hedgehog.
What about Sonic?
He didn't. He is called the hedgehog, and he's going to jail.
Let's be honest.
Ron
He's not going to
Jeremy's
survive
going
that, right? So when I say was, that's pretty accurate.
It's ironic because
He's not making it up,
the fucker is going to be the fucked. Ooh.
right? Do you respect a guy like if you walk in, you see Ron Jeremy, you're in prison, you don't shift that, right?
I mean, like me in prison, like I would survive by forming like a hilarious alliance with like an unlikely cast of characters.
Oh my god, prison improv group.
It'd be like what was the movie?
Probably is one. Right?
The Longest Yard. Okay, I'm like the non-Jewish Adam Sandler, and I just get like a ramshackle group of rapscallions together.
I love that you're associating immediately, and you know the fact that this would be an Adam Sandler movie.
Yes,
instantly without a doubt. In prison, improv as well.
I love how he's planning for what he's going to do when he goes to prison.
Hey, life like
Are you
prison,
in trouble, Mike?
Life like prison is about survival. You always got to have plan A, B, C, and then fucking D.
This is what we should do, right? We take the improv group and we go to Sahir or one of the other prisons, and we just show them, we give them a show. Like we ask for this program, get them to have fun. A little bit of, get started group.
A little bit of R&R.
Yeah.
A little bit of
or we take it on the road.
Creative. Yeah.
Wait, like
prisons around the world.
Around the world.
Yeah.
We could be
we start in Bahrain, but we go around the world.
We could do like the whole Johnny Cash thing, right? He got very famous after he started performing in prisons,
he
right?
did it for cheap. He did it for clout. It was like, back in the days before Instagram was a thing,
See, that's the thing, though. In his situation, that's a show. Like, so he's performing for the audience that likes the music. If they don't like the music, they're just going to tell you to fuck off, right? But if you deny somebody in prison, like, you're just like, motherfucker, you don't deny me! That's not the best scenario to have.
That's true.
Somebody that has an ego problem.
I think that's a good idea considering 2 out of 3 have titties.
That's
what?
Interesting factoid.
Ooh, which one?
Let's see, we're already getting the value out of this. I love this.
True. You'll find out in the After Dark cut released next week.
That's true. I you know what? Next time we're gonna have that mic on. You don't have to see Red, but he's gonna be the man behind everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, even me? Wait, what?
What?
Dun,
bum, bum, bum. La, la. Right, so Mike was in a France 24 documentary, or is what they told you guys. By the way, France 24, fuck you, because I know for a fact that they probably didn't film that with a permit.
Look, no way. Not everyone in Bahrain gets hookers, okay? Like that's what they implied.
That's what they
So
did.
What ended up happening was, I religiously go to Calexico. It is my place of...
It's your temple, dude. It's your home away from home.
It's my temple, my refuse.
Community center.
No, not refuge.
Like,
refuge.
if someone wanted to kill you, it wouldn't be a hard man to find.
No, either Calexico...
Where are you going with this?
I'm not going anywhere.
That's true.
It's like he's been planning it out in his head. Like, if I
support every action in the Gulf. Take that for what it's worth. But
he killed the wrong unicorn, man. He's wearing the horse mask, but that's a unicorn, not a horse. What did you do, Mitchell?
Who'd you kill in the brown horse mask? We said unicorn, you idiot.
All right.
So I'm in Calexico, and it's Propaganda. Which, for those that don't know, Propaganda, a little shout out to them. Awesome DJ collective, music collective.
Yeah,
it's run by the great Mazen. Follow him at propaganda.bh. Really good artists, etc. So I'm there. And my shtick, like even before my Bahrain days, I have a unicorn mask and usually some shutter shades like these ones. And I dance, jump around, have some drinks, etc. And I'm the unicorn guy. It always gets me by the DJ. Whatever.
So do you wear the shutter shades with the unicorn mask, or is it like
on that night I did. So these shades will actually fit on top of the unicorn mask in a secure way. So anyway, so Mazen tells us, we notice there's some people with like expensive filming equipment, cameras and sound stuff, and we say like, hey. Where are these guys filming? And so they told us and Mazen that they were filming a documentary about entertainment and music in Bahrain.
Bullshit.
Exactly. But, at the time that made sense. So we're like, oh, okay, cool. So they asked Mazen, they're like, hey, can we get some shots of the crowd, people dancing, people drinking? And they did. So,
but did they say they were France 24?
They did not. They just said they just said they were filming a documentary about entertainment.
So they're probably selling this. They're probably mercs,
Well, I mean, it's on YouTube for free.
People dancing, people drinking. The key word here being drinking.
Yeah. That was one of the things we were commenting about, the fact that every time in the video they were every shot of every Khaliji, like the other expats, whatever, they're fine, but every Khaliji is like in the middle of a drink and they're.
So that's what I love about Bahrain. It's like Bahrain has such an identity crisis, and like they would be like, they'd be like the guy in therapy that has the obvious secret. Like, it's just like people are like, la, alcohol, drinking. But then at the same time, they're just like, oh, la, habibi, BMMI, we need to go. So it's no secret that people drink here. And
isn't it like weird that I don't know about France and their ruls or anywhere else, but isn't it like in the States you have to be signing release forms on private property, right? You can't just film people like that.
So what? I talked to, I forget who I talked to, because the event was private, and I think the people that were there paid to get in.
Right.
Because like Calexico, they're photographers who I know very well. Like they take pictures of people at these private events, and it's never an issue. It's not like they take bad pictures. They're amazing quality photos, and it shows people drinking and having fun and listening to music and making cocktails and propaganda. Drinking la stuck for la. And they're drinking. They're having fun. They're doing their thing. People. They're not unflattering photos, let's say that.
Right.
What pissed people off is that this was on a unlike the Calexico Facebook page. Follow Calexico on their Facebook and Instagram. Do it now, Habibis.
It's not sponsored by Calexico. They don't have any money.
All right,
they're probably going under right now.
No, they're good.
Somebody's doing the books, so like we're fucked.
Damn it, Dyke Donovan said something.
Thank you, China.
Dyke Donovan, follow him. No, but because the photos, this video was released on a much wider platform, YouTube, and shared on social media a lot. The Calexico photos usually just stay on the Calexico Facebook and Instagram pages.
Right. Yeah.
So what ended up happening was there was a lot of people that as we know, there's the weird like family dichotomy where people don't want to talk about alcohol even if they know their sons and daughters are drinking. And what ended up happening was a lot of people from work, they're just like, oh, yeah, la. Oh. This
is why we were talking about this earlier. This is Mike's rendition of how a group of Arabs like congregate. This is what you hear. La, habibi.
Nasser, why are you drinking? Ahmed, the fuck? Like, what's going on?
You just drop a name there?
No. Look, there's probably like a million Ahmeds in the Middle East. Yeah.
Fuck them.
We'll say that.
No.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Oh man.
No, we love you, Ahmeds.
That's true.
Oh yeah, you're one. I forgot.
That's right. 99.99%.
That's true.
A-okay with me.
Then there's the one.
That's true. Definitely. There's always one.
There's just the one that's like
it's like the shitty Highlander. Like it's like there had to be one. There could only be one.
You couldn't even kill it if you wanted.
You know what I mean?
You couldn't.
There had to be one.
Yeah.
Not there is one. So basically, people got pissed off. Unfortunately, at the venue and at propaganda because they felt like they were missiled, and it was embarrassing for them because these people that normally drink on the low key, have fun, do their haram stuff, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Now they're much more conservative parents, their bosses, coworkers. They're just like ooh,
no baby.
So and like not the end of the world, but just when you have like 30 people being like, oh, you're the guy in the video, you're the guy in the video, you're the guy in the video,
that guy, that dude, fucking. We got you, motherfucker.
And so that's what ended up happening. It's on YouTube. It's honestly, in my opinion, again, just my opinion, it's not a bad piece of film. It's like 17 minutes.
But it's just cliche. It's cliche after cliche.
Well,
it's
you got
just
to
below
remember
Tarantino level. That's how good it is.
Well, who's the audience though?
Nobody knows. Nobody watches.
It's people in Europe because think about it. Like most people in the States and Europe, they don't know what the fuck Bahrain is, and Europeans who are way more worldly than my people, the Americans.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't even know where Bahrain is. People are shit at geography these days in 2020.
They are. Not just in 2020, the whole time.
Yeah, so
the Crusades is one big fuck up. They're like, where are we going? Which direction are we going?
Actually, asterisk, fourth time's the charm.
That's true. We found it then. Some of the ships from Malta didn't make it, though. Bad times.
Malta is just, talk about an identity crisis. It's okay. But, yeah, man, so it's just...
It's that kind of pressure that where people like they go there to feel safe and part of their crowd.
It put people in an awkward position. They didn't know who to direct their irritation and frustration.
We were talking about this, right? Like the whole fucking thing looks like a reenactment.
Yeah, it looks weird.
It looks like a reenactment. Like seriously.
Well, it said like
people weren't really into it.
There's something odd.
They were just all rhythmic.
Everyone in the video is like,
but do you feel like that's camera syndrome? Or is that just how they are, Mike? Because you have more experience in this.
I will say it was way fucking louder than that camera. Like, well, and part like 2/3 of it is voiceover. But like,
but I mean the people. Like, was it camera syndrome where they're like, oh shit, the camera's on. I'm gonna look weird.
I think so because they. I remember when I talked, it was a lady that was like, "Hey, we want to like film you guys, like just dance and be yourselves." And we're like, "Cool." So we're some of the shots are candid, but some of them are definitely like
that in of itself
for the
like
vibe,
like convinces me that it was a fucking reenactment because she's like, "Dance and be yourself," so you're immediately under pressure to dance and be yourself.
It's just really weird when the most lively like dancer in the room is a white person. Do you know what I mean? This is really a weird thing for me.
It's a perfect like analogy. Like white people, they like to have fun, they like to dance, but Arabs they just like to drink. There's
there is a point though, right? There's a point where like with Arabs and Koreans, Japanese, there's a point where the drinking just goes fuck it, and everything goes out the window, and
it's all about the vibe. Like the music was great, the atmosphere was lively,
right? Yeah.
Plenty of like guys and girls and everyone was having fun.
But then talking. The camera crew rolled in and it fucked everything up.
So was it a camcorder or was it like
it was one of those big like television?
So it was
style.
A shoulder one.
Well, it was like half the size of a shoulder one, but it was handheld. It was big. It was maybe like
right. So it looked professional.
Half a meter, maybe long.
How the hell are these guys getting this through?
And they had one of these like fuzzy whatever the fuck mic.
Because you can get like a camcorder, like a standard one through customs or whatever, and nobody's gonna ask questions.
I mean, they
but those fucking like full blown like full hour. I don't know how long they are.
What I think they did was in the video how they go to the factory. They probably had a permit because that's a full fledged company, and they're just like, "La, we go to this factory." Oh no, they're not. Sorry, they're French. They're not Arabs.
I think what happened was they were initially trying to make a documentary about this factory, but then they looked over at it and they're like, "Oh, this is boring. This isn't going to capture anyone." Right. So they go to the whole like prostitution / drinking angle, right? Because they put it at the beginning. They put it at the beginning.
No wonder you're right, because like by the time you get to, and we're gonna put clips of this, guys. But by the time you get to like the end of the whole like Sin City vibe, you get like then there's this like we make kicks, like it's an afterthought. It's like actually we have to do this.
The segue is horrible.
It's interspersed. It's like whores, drinking, haram shit, hookers. Revolution. Stuck for what? And then suddenly it's like
chocolate love.
Cookies in school. Let's talk about them. Students struggling with cookies. Which to decide. Find out more.
They gotta fucking reel you in somehow.
And then they go back to the fucking, the earlier stuff. It goes from like, religious struggle to
everything.
So
else,
yeah,
right?
it's very choppy in terms of the context topics. The most consistent it stays on one topic is those first like 3.5 minutes on like the party scene and how like Bahrain has changed in the last 10 years, etc.
That is true. It's a weird one, man, because it's like you see them do it and you're thinking in your head, is that the only appeal that they have? Like it seems like there's these two Bahrains. You know how they talk about two Americas? There's two Bahrains. The Bahrain was like
there's like 10 Americas.
And I'm talking when I say two Bahrains, I'm talking about the image that it has in the West.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So it's like people that go to Amman and they're like, I see Bahrain. Look at the sand tree of life.
Pearl diving. That's all we do.
That's a horse.
Sing on the Dow.
And it's beautiful, right? That's the side that we want them to see, and we want them to appreciate the culture. And then there's the side they want to see as well. They're like, Sin City number
Expats,
6.
sketchy Indian
we were talking about this. Remember the Ask Men article?
The Ask Men article,
Lebanese shawarma that's actually made by non-Lebanese people.
Number 9,
I think.
Number 9, right?
Sin City number 9.
But I heard there was...
Can you look at that up? Are we still on the ranking? Is Bahrain still on top? We should be a top, right? At something.
We should be top.
We should be at least top
actually,
at something.
I've heard from some random poll, and I didn't hear because I read it, but apparently we're like the most expat-friendly place in the world.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah. You mean like for quality of life?
Oh, yeah, the government loves us.
100%.
I mean, obviously, Mike.
That's true.
But that's the thing, though. Is it?
I do
it's
love
up?
We're
up?
Hey, number 3.
Number 3, baby.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Top 3, homeboy.
Who's that by, though? If it's some dingy fuck off magazine, I don't care.
Mahmoud.tv.
Fuck Mahmoud, bro.
Mahmoud TV.
Fuck Mahmoud, bro.
Mahmoud TV.
Mahmoud. Who's number 1 for Mahmoud? It's probably like...
Tight ends.
Mr. Ahmadinejad has entered the chat.
Oh, my God. the hell, Mahmoud? All right, no, I'm thinking. What were we saying? Was it
Sin City?
Sin City? No, you were saying something else as well. You were getting on a tangent there. I think I lost it.
Was it what food? Two Bahrains, food. Something.
Oh yeah. With the two Bahrains, we were getting to the whole aspect of the Sin City life and all that.
White people or Europeans.
Oh,
they want to see that other side of
expats. Exactly. Sorry, the quality of life thing, right? So a lot of them stay here, and the issue I have with some of them is that there are a few that are dedicated, loyal expats. They've raised their kids here. They live here even after their kids go. They go to college. They go to university. They try to find jobs here. It is a good time for these specific families. But then there are the expat families that they really like the life here. But then the second the economy just goes, they're gone, bro.
Well, they also have the money to flee.
Yeah, but they go to Bali, man. Really?
Yeah, bro. Bali's like fucking dirt.
Why would you want to be there? Just because of the money?
Because here, so let's just say this.
I've seen their beaches.
Here you can live
Here
you can live like a prince. There you can live like a fucking Sultan of Brunei, man.
Damn.
Yeah, specific.
Yeah, but what happened to the Sultan of Brunei?
He's still in power.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's still kicking it, man.
Wasn't that like the shortest war in history or something?
No, that was the one in
Zanzibar? What am I thinking?
Rhodesia. Rhodesia. Yeah.
Wrong.
We call it.
Which is now Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yeah.
It was a 36-minute war where they were like, "Nah, fuck you, British." The British were like,
he had a
say hello to my gun.
He had a Leo DiCaprio moment there.
Wait. Which one though?
Because in Blood Diamond, he says he's from Rhodesia.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Rhodesia, yes.
I'm from Rhodesia.
Yeah, talk about some some fucking.
He had a weird
accent
people. That movie.
African.
It was Afrikaans,
no,
right?
It's
South African.
Afrikaans.
But the language is Afrikaans, right? For South Africa.
Well, apparently he sucked.
In that movie?
He totally accent wise, he failed.
Oh,
I mean, like,
and that was told to me by a white South African.
Have you ever
Dude,
seen?
that is the hardest white accent for me. Do you know that? Like out of all of them,
Boston could be difficult.
Boston is fun.
Minnesota's easy. It's
Minnesota. Tacos.
I'm actually trying.
That's all I know. Tacos.
America has all these like weird fucking
so Mike,
sub-regional
if you could classify my accent like to any region in the U.S., what would it be?
Bullshit. Bullshit, Arkansas.
Not Midwest. It's kind of flat. Like I have a very distinct, which is ironic because I've never lived there. I have a very very flat Midwestern accent.
You do.
Like I sound like hella fucking American.
Yeah,
you do.
And I think that's just a mix of me because I've lived on the East Coast, the West Coast. I lived in Hawaii.
Like I could easily see you like in a Saving Private Ryan or right next to Captain America.
Bro, imitating his accent is so much fun.
Yeah,
like it's a thing, Mike. Like,
is it? This is news to me.
I'm breaking it. I'm breaking it to you now. Like we imitate your accent.
Who are these fuckers that don't know me? Who the fuck are they?
By the way, guys, we have this. We had a roast once for a friend of ours on the show, Chidama. And Mike, at that point, we were making a comparison for what he looks like when we were roasting him. Come on, guys, doesn't he look like Pip Boy from Fallout? Come on,
he does.
Does he not look like Pip Boy?
The blue shirt really
look
fucking
at it.
helps.
Come on, do the thing. He's like, I was telling people, he looks like in a video game, he's the default vanilla character.
He is.
You start selecting the fucking character, that's what he looks like. Like before you even customize it. And they'd probably be calling him racist today.
Yes, and I'm okay with being the Pip Boy.
Yeah, you're vanilla. You're safe.
It's Vault Boy, excuse me.
Oh, Vault Boy. Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a Pip. Oh,
that's
Vault
Boy.
Yeah.
Was it?
Vault Boy, yeah.
So, but the Pip machine is the Pip device,
Yeah,
right?
the Pip Boy, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Pip Boy is what they wear on their arms.
yeah, but I
Pip Boy
thought the Pip Boy was
9000.
also the guy in
No, that's called the Vault Boy.
That is.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Lone Wanderer was better. I'm just saying.
All right. Not a big Fallout fan. I like
Really?
the game.
I like the game.
I like it. I just don't. It depresses me.
This interview.
I can't. It depresses me,
Oh
bro.
my fucking god! Really?
Yes.
It depresses you.
It
Bro,
does.
did you not play New Vegas on Wild West? Or
I
was it
did.
Wild
Every
Wastelander?
single one I start.
Dude,
Every single one.
there's dead people in the fridge. There's a fucking alien that you get the gun.
There's a
I
fucking
get it.
Indiana
I
Jones
know,
reference
I know,
there.
okay?
But you don't seem to understand. I would not want to live that life. I just want. I'd be like, why am I here?
But
Why am I
it's
here?
cool because it's retro futuristic. So it's
It
like
is.
how people thought.
Plus, you can live like a king, homeboy.
Yeah, so it's like how people thought the future
King
would
of
be
cockroaches?
in the 50s.
No, not the king of cockroaches. You can live in a
Radiation
fucking
king.
casino.
Radiation King? Anyone?
The
TV. The TV.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Subtle
Was it?
tease.
I remember in the last one I played. It wasn't 4. It was 3. I think I played the last one, and it was
3 sucks.
What, bro? What are you talking about?
No. 3 is a piece of shit.
No.
No.
Bullshit.
Mike. 3 is a piece of shit.
Nope.
Disagree entirely. Let's just say I love Fallout 3 so much. It's one of the few games I ever platinum.
Why is that
trophied.
your favorite one?
You know why? Because it really touches on like American history and all that, like Jefferson Constitution.
What's wrong with that?
All that.
What's that wrong with that?
Because
Yeah.
Mike is into that, right? So he's
And
biased.
you're not, and you
I'm
hate
not.
that?
I'm
Yeah,
not.
you know,
Is this extremist
good old,
coming out now?
yeah, you know, the war in Alaska, great American history. Good old Operation Anchorage and Liberty Prime.
That's the one.
I invested many hours of my youth in Fallout 3. But no, so Fallout 3, I mean, they're all great. Fallout 3, 4 is awesome.
They're great games, right? I
And,
love
New
the
Vegas
guys.
is very good,
I
too.
love it, but like I'd play Elder Scrolls for hours. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Oblivion, any of them, Skyrim, I don't mind.
Yeah,
But
because you secretly want to be like a fucking cat. cat
I
person
do. I can't eat
jumping
no
around.
steel. Can't eat no steel.
So here's my opinion.
I'm good.
New Vegas is the best balance between the like ambiguous choices that you can do, because in Fallout 3 you can make some like crazy ass choices.
Yeah.
But like Fallout 4 is very much like good, bad, or just shoot them.
Yes, but
And then
for
New
some
Vegas,
reason,
like there's a mission where there's fucking cannibals, and you can put one of your fucking like there's cannibals that run a casino.
Yeah.
So you can either
Yeah.
kill them all.
The White Glove Society.
Agree. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So White Glove Society. You can kill them all. Agree to work for them. Kill someone else and give them the meat, or you can fucking put your partner in the freezer, like one of your companions, and then they eat the partner. Like there's all
this
these
sounds exactly like something that should be in Juffair. I'm not saying. This is an establishment that would
true.
go very well here.
yes.
Wait. Did everyone just freak out for a second? That moment was like, fuck, CID's at the door, bro.
MOI has entered the chat.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Like,
Right.
I get the games. I get the appeal. I know why people love them. There's a
Yeah.
lot of interesting concepts in it. But for me, the idea of being in a post-apocalyptic scenario, unless it's bright and action-packed, like freaking, Road
Matt.
Warrior.
Like, even though that was depressing, motherfucker.
What?
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk is
those
fine, but it
motherfuckers
doesn't
are like-
have to be cyberpunk. It literally, like, what do you mean it's depressing?
Would you? Okay,
They're spray painting their mouths and suiciding themselves.
Yeah, but Fury Road is fun. It's
Oh, no,
like
it's-
action. It's packed.
But if you were the guy being chased with like,
the protagonist, sure.
if you and hot ass Charlize Theron were being chased by like fucking like literal gearheads with like
Oh, hell
with
yeah.
like metal guitar
high
who are shooting at
octane,
you.
baby, high
Yeah.
octane.
I mean, like
that fucking guitar breathing fire. That
Come
was
on.
so fucking cool.
cinematically. Oh no,
Yeah, that was
it's
tell
an
me
ama-
that's
that
not-
was metal as fuck.
it's an amazing movie, but like I'd be shitting my pants.
I know.
And you're stuck in Australia all the time.
But in
like there's
Alright.
that alone too.
you win the argument there. Okay, I'll let you have that one.
That's right, bitch.
That's it. I find the colors a bit depressing sometimes, and I just feel like I want to cut myself just to see color, and I lose my shit after a while.
Hey, you know what? If you nuked Megaton like you should have,
Yeah.
then you
Then
would
would've
have seen
been
some
fine.
color.
Oh, Mr. Tenpenny, yes.
Ah, yes, Mr. Tenpenny. Open this briefcase. All right.
I was gonna say
Whores. All right.
that's another thing in video games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like GTA
We were
5.
we were talking about this the other day with some games with Mansoor, and we were
Yeah.
saying in the last episode that it seems like there's some weird double standard when it comes to things that they'll ban and censor in the Middle East, and things that they'll just say, this is not allowed. No homosexuality.
Hey, man.
None.
VPN all the way. This ain't Dubai.
Well, okay, that's your thing. No judgment. But I'm just saying that it's just as a mainstream
I'm
thing.
just saying if you're trying to see some sketch shit,
Do you
I know
have-
a guy that
Do you
knows
have
a
to
guy.
VPN on base?
You don't.
Well, I mean, it's the same.
Oh, is it?
Sorry, you're talking like cell
Is that
signal
a
or the
security thing?
Wi-Fi?
No, don't talk about it. If you can't talk about it.
No, it's not. See, like, are you talking like my normal cell phone
like,
reception?
you can get porn. That's the question I'm asking.
So honestly, I've never tried because usually, like, if I'm on Wi-Fi in the base, it's like for
But don't you ever like get lonely in the office sometimes?
no, Jesus, not at the base. No. Trust me, work like
That's
if there's
for
ever a
home.
place I'm gonna masturbate, it's not work because that place like. I mean, way easier than being on a ship, but like, it's just there's nothing.
See,
there's nothing arousing about my job.
The way I imagine your office is to be, you have like those calendars of like naked girls and,
No,
and
definitely
not.
posters of.
So one thing that I've always appreciated about the military is that they're really good at it's this weird dichotomy where like you'll have people that make a lot. You have people with a lot of like. Not everyone, but with like pseudo backwards ways of thinking, like like because you have people from all walks of life, people from the cities, rich, poor, big family, small family, divorced, religious, atheist, like you name it. There's a type or like a niche of a person.
Whoremonger is one of them too.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get to that in a bit.
That's true. Yeah, your Little Johns. Wait, what? But they do a good job of including people and making sure that there's options for people that feel. If they feel like they're being like attacked because they're like race, religion, color, creed. I mean, there's very good.
Jesus, okay, why are you taking us down this dark road?
Well, no, I'm just saying like it's like equal opportunity is a real thing.
Yeah, no, I get that
in the military.
I get that.
Yeah,
but do you masturbate? That was the start.
To many things, but not.
Yes.
But
no,
at work, definitely not.
The point we were getting at was like with a lot of these video games that you won't have access to them in the Middle East because the network, the platform itself.
The video game. Oh, sorry, I thought you just meant like the internet. Yeah.
No, I talk because some of the people would you'd ban the game locally, like The Last of Us is banned, the second one.
Really?
Yeah, because
it is.
Ellie's openly gay. You don't know this? Oh,
it's banned in Bahrain.
Not just in Bahrain. No, that was a known fact since the first one.
Oh, just Amazon.
Yeah, That's the reason it got banned because people knew that was the focus of the game. That's not the spoiler that was leaked online.
So drinking, no problem, but an openly gay character in a game that maybe like 40,000 people are going to play in Bahrain.
I don't know. Probably
probably more, dude. Come on.
Probably more.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends.
But that's the thing, though. It's not just the physical copy that was banned. That happens.
Yeah.
It's actually on the PSN network.
Really?
You can't find it.
You know what surprises
I can find it on mine.
Bro,
that's what I was going to ask you.
But I don't use a VPN. I don't use a VPN on my router.
Huh.
So you're like, because.
But are you on the? What's your account?
Are you on the North American PlayStation Store?
Yeah, that's the question.
I bought my PS4 in
the States. In the States?
Yeah, in the States.
Yeah, so you're on. He's an American account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the weird part I'm talking about. So anybody could just access.
There's no VPN on my router. Now my cell phone has a VPN that I sometimes use, sometimes don't. Depends. Because there's definitely
just use Reddit. Like seriously.
Where?
Reddit.
Why?
Reddit is full of porn. And it's right there. It's at your fingertips.
It feels like this is something you've been trying to get out for a while. Like,
seriously.
Porn! Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to yell. Sorry. Porn!
You can. Just do it here.
All right. So honestly, I use a VPN like 90% of the time for Pandora, which is a music streaming service.
Oh.
So I know Pandora is like it's like the bastardized Spotify. Well, although Pandora, like I've been using that shit since 2010, before Spotify was a thing.
Right.
And I got Pandora Premium. It's basically the same shit. Spotify does a better job of like if you want like a bigger, 80s party playlist, like they do a better job of those. Like
right.
You're so
things.
Specific. Like you have this niche taste when it comes to specific playlists.
Nordic,
so fucking niche.
Nordic acapella, like they got you.
I thought
like that shit from Midsummer.
I was fucking obscure when it comes to my music, and then I meet this motherfucker.
That's
and
true.
it's like,
doesn't he have like a vinyl record for like some Moroccan jazz band?
Greek.
That's the one. Yeah.
So I was in Cyprus back in January, and usually when I travel, I like to go to an antique shop because I have a very eclectic sense of fashion and art. I like quirky things.
I bet you those antique shop owners like it when you come into their shop.
Well, so I'm looking, and this guy has like hundreds of different like vinyl records, anywhere from like 10, 15, 20, 25 euros. Right. 70s, 60s, 50s, 80s, etc.
Fair price. I must say.
I'm in the store for maybe 40 minutes, and I see this one. It's in like the very back of one of the shelves, and I reach up to it, and it's a paper cover. It's not like laminated.
It's like the start of Gremlins, bro.
Right.
What is this one?
Then I spilled my Aquafina all over it, and it came alive.
What is that? Was it the Twilight Zone episode? Or was it a special miniseries, the one with the weird stuff? They make fun of it in Rick and Morty, like the little curio shop with all the cursed objects.
Yeah, with the devil.
Yeah.
Thank you. What is it called again? Needful Things. That's the one.
Basically, I spilled water on the album, and I woke up in a cold brew coffee shop in Seattle with people being like, "Bro, vinyl's better. And I was like, "Why do you have shutter shades?" All right.
Hey man, don't diss the vinyl, bro.
That's
come
true.
On.
But,
come on now.
So are you one of those people that are like I know he is. Are you right? Are you audiophile? Do you identify as one? I know he thinks he's one, but are you one?
So I appreciate very like eclectic, diverse music genres in terms of the actual music players themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I only have one, soon to be 2 albums on vinyl. The only reason I have it is because I literally like the way the cover art looks.
That's the thing
It's a decorative piece as opposed to something I intend on.
Because
I'm slowly trying to pull him to the dark side, though.
With what? Prog rock?
No, not prog rock. Not prog rock.
I love Between the Buried and Me.
I've been slowly trying to convince him to buy like a turntable for his new place.
I have the space.
Yeah,
you do have the space.
I did.
You should.
Maybe.
I can see you doing it.
Totally, it fits him.
It does.
Right?
For the next post-COVID party, I'll buy like a red beanie and just become a dick.
Yeah, post.
But yeah, so when I was in Cyprus, so I see this album, and the reason why I liked it, so it was a paper album sleeve.
Yeah,
and it was literally dusty, like out of a fucking antique store. It's like fucking dust.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones and the map room kind of
Let's
shit.
improv this for him. Come on, let's do this.
So there I was in the kingdom of Zanzibar, and I'd blow off the dust that's surrounding this album, and a light from the light above me, because that's how these things worked, illuminates the album, and on it there's men, hairy men, Greek men, and there's a black devil. Is not a person, that's racist, but a literal devil. A literal devil that's like a literal like cartoon devil that's black. No, but anyway, so the devil, it was weird. So it's a bunch of Greek dudes on a staircase, and they're
He's still talking about the album cover.
I know.
By the way.
It's like it looks like a fucking like 70s like cell shaded thing.
Yeah,
and they're smoking shisha, and then on the staircase there's like a cartoon black devil that's like with a pitchfork. He's like running up the stairs, and I was just like, this looks fucking cool. And then we found the album on YouTube finally.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, it slaps pretty hard.
Huh.
It's not bad.
Does it call it like My Big Fat Greek Vinyl or something?
No, it's just like
the amount
letters and
the amount of fucking details he goes into describing that cover. Like I saw it, and I never saw like a devil and shisha.
The shisha I saw. You described that, but what was the devil like? Is he like a typical devil?
I'll pull up a picture.
Greek
of it
devil, like
you know what? Send it to Khaled.
When you say devil, is he Turkish by any chance? What are you saying? What is going on here? What kind of devil?
What are you trying to say?
Mike, send a picture to Khaled so he can post it on.
Yeah, that's for later. We'll just have the cover there.
I'll see if I can. I think I have a picture of it on my phone somewhere.
You don't have to. We're gonna pull this up later.
Oh, really?
This is literally how it works post production.
Man,
like the second you reference something, my editing time goes up like crazy.
But
this is why.
That's okay.
How many references has he been doing?
I'm fucked, man. When I do the editing for this, guys, I am so
Actually,
fucked.
I think you're in luck because I don't have a picture of it.
Oh, don't worry. I have to look for it now. I'm going to probably have to go to his apartment, take the picture, actually get it done.
I think I got it. I'll send
me the Spotify link or something, whatever.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Old school. Good. But yeah, anywho, so it was
copyright strike.
It was a cool. How did we get on this? But yeah, it was just
I don't know
cool
how we got on this. I don't know. I have no idea how we got on this, but I like it. I like the direction. So this is Juffair life for you guys. If you ever wondered what the because Mike is. We talked about this in your episode. You're not the typical expat, not let alone the typical Navy guy when it comes to intermingling and interacting with the local populace.
I love Yingling. I support my sailors, and I just sit home and watch Netflix.
He's gone full native.
I go to the Al Ali Brothers for my one suit that doesn't fit anymore,
and you order your Turkish coffee online.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is up with that?
So hang on, I'll tell you why. So yes, I could get like Mehmet Effendi over at fucking Lulu.
Yeah.
If
Why?
I wanted
What the
to.
fuck?
However, what they don't sell there is the 500-gram version of it, which is like fucking massive.
But like,
they only sell the 3BD 250.
But see, Mike, I'm really disappointed in you.
Why?
Like, you got the Turkish coffee thing down and everything, right?
It was cheaper to get it.
But that's not accurate to Bahrain. You got to get the gahwa thing down, like the Arabic coffee down.
You mean the automaker? You mean, or what? What are you talking about?
No, the Arabic coffee.
Oh, gahwa.
Gahwa.
Hey, لازم يقول قهوة.
Gahwa, what's that now? But I do enjoy gahwa. I'll admit, for our African subscribers, in particular, one country.
We do. We have one.
Wait, hang on. In particular, one country in the Northeast that's famous for the last 5,000 years.
True, yes.
The ehwa. You couldn't see me wink, but you can imagine it.
Korok.
Korak. It's actually Korak was the spiritual sequel to Turok.
Korak.
Turok. No, that's a good
There
reference.
you go. That's right. Gold fucking star.
Right?
Habibis. All right.
That's the old school.
But no, you're right. I do enjoy a good, small.
Yeah, but Mike, you gotta have it at home. That way you'll be fully native.
It's true.
Well, I mean, I have a lot of pictures of, quote unquote native things, if you will. I prefer Turkish coffee.
Wait, is this his special account? Is this his Snapchat? What is he talking about?
No, that's the private snaps they're private.
Something else.
That's true.
Do you have an OnlyFans account? You should.
Yeah, it's called my Instagram, at Dyke Donovan. Like, share, subscribe.
Ladies, get after.
Dyke.
Get after that.
Dyke Donovan, yes.
He's a big whale. Big baby whale. Sorry.
I prefer the term tripods.
Yes.
But no, yeah. So I just prefer Turkish coffee to qahwa. That's why I have a Turkish coffee maker and the coffee ground.
Why do you hate Egyptian Turkish coffee?
What? Egyptian Turkish
The
coffee?
Egyptian style. They do it differently.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's how they stir it is different than the Turkish
I don't think I've. Oh no, I did have Turkish coffee. I went to Cairo back in.
Why do you hate Cairo?
No, I love Cairo. It's a beautiful
Do
city.
you?
Yeah.
Why, Mike? What do you like most about Cairo?
Honestly, the Islamic architecture. For real. It'd be fun. I know you're fucking with me, but no, it's a beautiful city. There's a lot.
It feels like he's on a deposition. Do you know? It's just like
actually, you can call me just call me a minor because we're pandering right now.
I can see that.
Blah blah blah.
It's the sound effects going right
Yeah,
there.
right.
But you'd be perfect for, by the way, like a Senate hearing committee. Do you know what I mean? Like just for a commission, you're just there. You're testifying, taking your deposition. Whatever they
Yes,
do.
I would like to speak about the state of comedy in Bahrain.
Like you'd just be like,
Mr. Graham, Arabs are peaceful people. What?
no, you're doing Lindsay wrong. He's like, well, why are you with the Arabs?
That's true. And then of course Mitch McConnell's like,
I swear there's just throwing around names that I can't.
You don't know these people?
No, I don't know these people.
These are the politicians. Mitch McConnell,
these are U.S. State senators. Yep. Now here's another confusing.
Mitch McConnell is actually I think 1/3 turtle. Is that right?
1/3 turtle.
Turkey.
Turkey.
A little bit of turtle and all bastard.
That's
what?
True.
Oh,
there we go.
nice.
That's a good
What?
one. That's a good
Turtle,
addition.
turkey, bastard? What?
You look him up. Actually,
Turcaster.
there it is, right here. Or turtle man.
Bastardle.
All right.
Bastardle.
Sorry, I took this off topic. What are we talking about?
Horse.
We're talking about hose.
Talking about coffee.
Boats and maybe hose.
We're talking about boats and hose
And some
Boats,
coffee.
hose, everything else that goes with it. Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
Here's a shot into the dark because we need you here
Bet.
to testify not only about Juffair life, but to
I'm
testify in front of the Senate
fucking
committee.
ready.
The Senate committee
would like to ask.
would like to know
What?
why is the Navy fucking up Bahrain Tinder? Why is NCIS fucking Tinder for us?
So I can't. Honestly, I don't. Oh.
And by the way,
sorry,
before you take this
I heard
answer,
what you actually
before
said.
you take these answers, all right, or this question, keep in mind
What?
two young men here on either end,
Lads.
young,
Young.
thriving, vitality-driven men that would appreciate a fully functioning real Tinder that has real people on it.
Yes.
So believe it or
Yes.
not,
I am married, therefore I feel for their struggle.
I concur with this gentleman.
So believe it or not, there are real people on Tinder. It's just. It's all about proximity and perspective.
When you say real, do you mean like real?
Like, of
or
course, they're organic, yes.
So everyone is a carbon-based life form.
Yes.
Last time I checked.
Yes.
But when I say like authentic people, as in
Yes.
people that aren't prostitutes who aren't out for a gimmick to sell something to another person.
Well, like 5 people.
Yeah, honestly, I've had great experiences with plenty of just regular, whether it be Bahrainis or like other expats, like just
Well,
authentic real people.
let's give people some insight into why I'm bringing this up. It's because of that whole subject with the guy
with the Jihad Little John.
I didn't even know his name was Jihad until Masrouk brought it up.
His name is Jihad Little John.
Fun
Why did
fact.
like the one name?
Yeah.
He could have been the most American guy setting up
I
the
thought
most
it was
American
a fake
project.
name.
I
I
thought
thought
it
they
was
were
the
trying
rapper
to. I
at
thought they were.
first.
It
I
sounds
thought they were
like-
trying to protect him. Like to protect his real name, like they gave him like Jihad Little John. Like it sounds like such an alias.
If there's one thing I've learned being in the Navy for the last 9 years, you meet like people have some fucking weird last names.
Yeah.
I met some crazy long last names, some quirky ones. I'm trying to think of one that stands.
But that's a weird one.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Like that's the name you give to like what? Like a ginger that joins ISIS.
What?
That's what when I think Jihad Little John.
I think the last thing ISIS wants is like a black rapper in there. Behead him. What? yeah. Okay.
Drop that beat.
I mean the head.
Dark, bro.
Dark like the ISIS flag.
Apparently,
we do not support any of that.
Apparently, some people got really confused because Jihadi John was a member of ISIS, and Jihad Little John
is a different guy.
See, Jihadi John at least had a British accent, so they were just like, this guy talks the right talk.
But let's get to this, right? He's basically a dude that was running his own little like franchising
brothel thing.
Well, correction, he was trying to be a pimp, like straight up. He was trying to be, right? So what happened was, and so a lot of this stuff happened back in 2017 and 2018. So when I first got to Bahrain,
get that mic closer to you.
Yeah,
a little closer.
You're kind of off key from where you were at the start.
All right,
there you go.
Prestige worldwide security. Hookers, maybe no. So when I first got here in Bahrain, I got here at the end of September 2017. And once I got checked in on I used to work on a ship. Now I work in an office. And the biggest, the rage was everyone was like, oh, like all these people are they're in trouble. And I was like, why are all these people in trouble? I'm like, hoes, prostitutes. And I was like, okay. And then as I learned more, like the plot got fucking deeper. And all this, by the way, is like it's all public knowledge. It's on
not a secret.
You can Google it. Nothing classified here.
It's on YouTube, for God's sake.
Yeah, literally, it's a 5-part series. Like, they did like a fucking mind hunter. They're like, inside the mind of a man that wants to pimp women for sex. The world's oldest profession? Maybe. Find out.
I'm Chris Hansen. Take a seat. I had to involve Hansen in there somehow.
Salam alaikum. My name is Mahmoud Hansen. Please have a seat.
Mahmoud, are you the one that wrote the article about Bahrain being number 3 in Sin City?
It's all part of
good fucking call.
Did you do it, Mahmoud?
Yeah, Mahmoud, answer the fucking question, Mahmoud.
A 3-letter acronym has entered the chat from Saudi.
Oh wow! You don't just want to get us canceled. You want to get us Istanbul.
If there's ooh. Hey, man, why are you gonna leave me in pieces like that?
Wow. You're so lucky you're not on camera.
Yeah.
Red. You're so fucking lucky.
That's on purpose.
That's good. That's good. Good. He's a safety net. Don't worry about it.
So anyway, so what ended up happening was, so when I got here, so it was the big stink, the big like the gossip on the waterfront for the ships. It was like, hey, all these sailors, these chiefs, these officers are getting in trouble because they're either frequenting prostitutes. Or they are literally they're trying to become pimps. So these women would come over from usually Thailand, sometimes Vietnam, and they would basically a few of the sailors would work with the mama-sans.
The mama-san.
The bosses.
Which is my new favorite word, by the way. Right?
That should be a band as well.
And what they would do is they would sublet their like villas or apartments. They'd rent out a room to these
the Navy guys would.
Some not all.
Yeah.
And then they'd hang on to their passports. They'd use the passport as collateral and say, hey,
You're talking about them. I'm just gonna clear it up for everybody that's not following. You're saying the Navy guys would sublet their own apartments that were, I think, they have tax-free status or whatever it is? I can't remember. Something like that.
Well, yeah, it's just so like depending on your rank, you get a certain amount of money to like live out in town.
There you go.
So, but one of the rules of housing, like you can obviously you can have like friends like spend the night, or like other people. Yeah. But if someone is staying in your apartments, they cannot pay rent.
There you go. Yeah. And this guy specifically, Lil John, and some others are running this racket with the idea that they'll hold the passport of the mama-san, right?
No, not the mama-san. The mama-san is the Thai Vietnamese woman that's like she's the manager. For
I know, but isn't in this specific story, Little John had Linrai West's passport?
Because she happened to be a mama-san.
Yeah, because he gave her money, right, to bring over the girls.
Yeah.
and she gave him her passport as
collateral. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, you okay?
Jesus, that was fucking hard to say.
I love how like all the other stuff, like the shit that could get us canceled, and you know what else?
ESL, baby.
You're
ESL.
fine.
Wait, what?
With Mama Sons, you lose your shit about, huh?
So
it's like, should I know this much about this?
What happened was, so, like a fucking, like, ATF, that's Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, like a fucking ATF sting on, like, a biker gang. NCIS has, like, prostitute informants. There's,
NCIS.
Doom, Biggs, Gibbs, blah, 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 blah.
Military that's not military in disguise.
Navy's fucking up, so they got to investigate even more, even though we have lawyers that
civilians.
are
La la la.
So, yeah, so
Snitches Incorporated.
Right? Security. So, Little John, which I never thought I'd use this in a sentence. Little John took these women's passports and basically.
It'd be funny if you posted a picture of Little John right now.
It's the same one.
And
so the Robin Hood version.
And so NCIS gets involved, and so they record him being set up by an NCIS agent.
Right.
And what ends up happening is that there's I guess a sting or something, but basically he gets busted for I guess I don't know if it's like racketeering, but basically like soliciting prostitution and for essentially whatever the formal punishment is for being a
so Little
John
John was the first case of this happening, right?
Well, so there was multiple cases happening simultaneously.
So he was basically the
he's the
first
one,
dude.
Well, I don't think he was the first. He's the one that the article references the most because I think there's the most information. His was the most elaborate.
Right.
But there was at least several other cases. I'll admit I don't know all the details. But
so just focus on this specific story, right? So Lynn, she was also an informant up till 2014, or was she starting from 2014?
I think.
This,
I'm not sure.
This
on
happened
the
in like
details.
2017, 2018.
Yeah.
So she was.
But how long?
Could you explain why she's here today?
No, I saw her. One of them that they had to tell you what's going on.
And what is that? Why did they come in today?
Because they're not ready.
In September of 2017, NCIS informant MEBJ 1580, also known as Kaylina, and Linrai West walked into NCIS on 2 occasions with other Thai women and a set of troubling accusations. The Navy's use of informants and witnesses like the Thai women in Bahrain, transient prostitutes, unwilling, untrusting, or unlikely to provide usable testimony in court, is a recurring theme in the Bahrain cases.
Linrai West was reportedly the pimp of the 3 women that accused Halfacre. There's a strange duality going on there because she's reporting these cases. At the same time, she's an NCIS informant, and she's serving as the official translator of these women who are alleging these very serious crimes. What did you make of those mixed spaces that she seemed to be occupying with all this?
Well, I will tell you that myself and all of us who are defense counsel in all of the Bahrain cases, not just with her but with some of the others, have had some questions about that. Had the judge not dismissed the charges in Little John, part of my argument would have been that NCIS was protecting her.
I like where this is going.
What was this thing going on for on Little John?
I'm not sure. It had to be several months.
Honestly, if I'm just coming up with my own theory here, I think what she was doing, because she got let go from her informant status, and I think that stopped at 2014.
I think what happened, how she became an informant for NCIS was she was complaining. She went to the NCIS offices in Bahrain, right?
Yeah.
And she complained to them that some American sailors were being rough with the girls or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's how they got to her. Like, okay, you want to become an informant for us? And she was like, okay.
I think that might have been the story, but I feel like she also used that because she knew how the system worked. Like, I don't know because Mike can't confirm this. He doesn't even know either. But NCIS, if you guys know and you can tell us, let us know. You guys, hold up, because you might have a flaw in your program here. If these Thai women, these mama sons, have figured out that all I have to do is make a honeypot for these military guys, right? I convinced them to come around, do some sex, make some more fucking, and bring girls, do more, make money. And they know that at any moment's notice, they're also making extra cash for being an informant. Then they would.
Well, I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
She got paid. She probably did.
But how do you get somebody to be an informant?
Exactly.
Touche.
Because they're not gonna it's not like you can be
secret ingredient.
You ever watch The Wire, Mike?
Exactly.
You ever watch The Wire?
I have seen The Wire.
Here's the thing,
secret ingredient's money.
Here's the thing. If you're an informant in any other country, if you're not getting money, you're usually getting you're getting time off, benefits, right?
Yeah.
Cops won't hold you for something, but they don't have jurisdiction over her. Right, she's in Bahrain as an expat.
Yeah, she has a Bahraini visa. Yeah.
So what else? How else are they going to convince her? Like, unless they're like, we're going to give you a passport. Here's some American money.
Well, I wonder how much that shit. I'll be an informant if it pays well.
I wonder, but that's the thing. If it was a racketeering thing,
way to go outing yourself there, Chief.
Right?
Jesus.
Snitches. Takeshi, man. Takeshi started this whole thing. Snitches are okay.
Hey, look at him. He's got the number one Billboard hit, and then he's just like, I'm Takashi.
Allegedly.
What was it like? For a week, and then he went down to 30 something.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Right?
Here's the thing.
I want to see a snitch be popular.
Yeah.
Here's the sad thing. A literal clown makes more money than all four of us.
I know.
Like by just farting. Like
that's fun though.
Post on Instagram.
I like it.
He could literally take a shit on his phone on Instagram and he'd get $1 million.
But see, that's the thing. I like that he used to do that. I don't give a fuck. I just have fun. I make fun. I troll. Now he's just whiny.
Well,
he's complaining.
He's kind of like
no. He complains that Ariana Grande and who else get their numbers. But what, dude? Make fun of it.
He's so spoiled that he thinks that he's such hot shit, but he's not.
Oh yeah. Snoop Dogg should just pimp slap the shit.
Yeah.
At Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Now that's a pimp.
Yeah,
at Snoop Dogg,
bless.
And some say a snitch.
That's stupid. Actually, fun fact: Snoop Dogg's dad is a Vietnam war vet.
Is he?
Yeah, he did. He posted on his Instagram. Yeah, he posted him with a classic M16. And
no way.
Yeah, no, he was like infantry guy, combat vet. So,
awesome.
Papa Snoop, which is literally his Instagram, respect.
For at least another 3 minutes until he rebrands himself. And then we're Snoop Lord. That's going to be the next one.
Snoop Lion. Yes.
That's done. That was
Snoop,
for 1 year.
Snoop Leopard.
Reverend Snoop or something.
That's true.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But see, Mike, the whole thing with Linrai West.
Yeah.
So she didn't testify. From what I heard, she refused to testify against the dude.
What ended up happening was, and this is a lesson on, one, you should never talk to the police without a lawyer. But two,
you're pointing at the wrong camera, but okay.
Whatever, that's fine. What ended up happening is that a lot of these guys, some just spilt the beans, which was not the smart thing to do. Anytime you're accused of anything, you always want to talk to a JAG, which is a Navy lawyer, or just a lawyer in general.
That's your right. You're not
just
so people understand this is your right as somebody in the service, or even if you're not even talking about service.
Better call Saul.
Right, that's the one. There's the plug. You like it? You happy? You got it in there.
I love it.
Now I have to fucking show it on the screen. You know that, right?
Bob Odenkirk.
You dick.
Halloumi Cheese, Gouda, Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson.
By the way, takedowns by Netflix. Fast.
What got
the copyright strikes from Netflix.
Oh, nice.
Like that. Like when you just go over a bit, like just 5 seconds, like motherfucker, come here.
The secret ingredient is money.
So you should talk to a lawyer.
Yeah.
But
don't spill everything out there. You're right. Sorry, you brought it back on track.
Well,
don't spill out everything.
Well, and obviously this is my good moment officer. Obviously, you should be following the rules and not. You shouldn't find yourself in that situation if you're doing what you should be. However,
be a good boy.
I love this. I like this little
However,
this sounds like the ones. Was it on Aramco? No, it's not on Aramco. Is it? I can't remember which frequency they're talking about. Don't put a USB that's unsecured on your car.
91.4.
Never plug a USB into a government network.
That's the one.
Someone just did that recently, and they're just like.
Oh, God.
It's a bad day.
People fuck up like that all the time. Right?
Not as much as you would think.
Really?
They used to way back in the day. and then like every once in a while it'll be like someone like it'll be a dude that's like been in for like 20 years who like knows what the fuck.
But
they're
like
doing.
like for example, right? Aren't servicemen and women not supposed to have like TikTok on their phones and shit like that?
No, I don't think
I
that's true.
thought that was a thing.
I've not.
I heard that.
Look it up, Red. Look it up. I'm pretty sure I've heard this.
I have not been directed.
Pull that up.
As a mid-level manager, I've never been directed.
You've always wanted to say
I know.
that, didn't you?
Pull it up, Red.
I think the CIA actually don't use laptops manufactured by Lenovo because there's like some backdoor. Like China has programmed a backdoor on
the
Lenovo.
CIA and the NSA, those dudes know way more about the computer shit than like probably the Navy does. But I've never, in my 9 years, I've never heard anything about TikTok.
A breach or anything. I've heard it recently. I think from last year, 2019.
The Army only, not any other branch.
Only the Army?
Classic Army.
These guys are not fun, are they?
Talk about a dysfunctional service, Jesus.
On government-owned phones only.
Yes, which makes sense.
Okay.
And most people in any of the services don't have government phones. The only people that really have government phones are like
Men in Black.
If you stand a certain like watch station, like a duty that you do every like maybe like once a week or once a month,
right?
Or the head, the top dogs, the generals, the admirals.
Move that way to your right. Yeah, there you
go. The generals, the admirals, they all have government phones. It's like everyone loves BlackBerries in the military for some reason.
Oh, they're still around?
Oh yeah.
BBM is still a thing?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So like there are some like the government, because it's so logistically difficult sometimes to upgrade certain systems, like Windows, I think Windows XP I think is still around because the government like uses it.
See, this is what I meant with the episode about the conspiracy theories. It's like people make it like seem like everything's high tech. Like you see them in the movies, they fucking got the sheen on the desk, the beautiful screens. No, you guys have yellow monitors with from the cigarette smoke in the 70s. They're still fucking there with linoleum floors, right, olive drab walls with fucking.
Nuclear silos still run on the old
floppy disks. Giant floppy disks.
Really?
Yes.
It is remarkable, and I won't go too much into specifics, but it is remarkable on a ship just like how old some of the systems are.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like when I remember hearing about this, the same thing you were talking about, nuclear silos, and the fact that they're not as secure as they should be.
Oh no, definitely.
All this other stuff. I'm like, why do we have this image of this high tech? Maybe the NSA, I'd say. One of these intelligence services, maybe. But
even like the NSA, like, do you really need high tech like equipment to spy on people?
I
don't
spying
think you do.
is old school, bro. I think spying is like it goes back down to the fundamentals. It's like basketball or anything else,
Yeah.
It's like you got all the fancy hoops, but it's really the guy that's just like running. That's it. He can dribble.
Whistling the Globetrotters theme song.
Who that cat coming down? I don't know, but it's like
yeah, man.
What were we talking about? Prostitutes.
Linrai West.
Hose.
All right. So this guy, Little John, Jihad, Little John. All right. Him and one other guy as well. They want to make money.
His name, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think the other guy was the second like person they captured.
Yeah, I don't know if they were related or like in terms like for the same people.
But they aren't these. Isn't that entrapment? Do you know what I mean? Like if they're flooding Tinder with these informants and these honey dicks and honey pots or whatever else they're fucking on there.
Well,
you sound like a total fucking predator on To Catch a Predator.
That's
she talked to me, bro. She talked to me, man.
And that's the thing.
She told me to come here, bro.
Because the police, I mean, it is legal, even though it's like sometimes people. It's an ethically ambiguous thing to entrap people that are doing definitely worse ethically ambiguous things,
Yes. Yeah.
or just straight illegal things.
But they're fucking up local Tinder in the pursuit of servicemen and women.
I mean, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to. So here's the thing, though. Women in Bahrain like have it easy because I have not met or seen any male prostitutes, gigolos, or any of that.
Yeah.
So if you're a woman on Tinder, it's like you're either gonna get military dudes like token Saudi or like some like I don't know some Indian bro.
Man. Speaking of like,
wait, you go on male Tinder?
No. What I'm saying is like if you're a woman, I can imagine it's so much easier.
Okay, right.
It's really we're only speaking to half the populace right now.
Yeah, but I think that most
Bahrainis
go like the ones that don't even give a shit about Tinder and they know like I don't know what it is.
Bro,
like I have not seen it in the last maybe 2-3 years I think.
Bro, that's why you gotta like. There's more on Tinder, man. There's Bumble. There's Plenty of Fish. There's Coffee Bagel.
What is this shit?
There's OkCupid.
There's Bumble.
Isn't
Plenty of Fish.
OkCupid like a dating thing, a dating site?
Bro, if you want
what the fuck?
You want to
Tinder,
bro?
Tinder's not dating. Tinder's smashing. There's a difference.
I have goal is to smash.
Initially, like the rest of them, it was made for dating.
Right.
Dating.
Dating, yeah.
Okay, Cupid is this.
But and Tinder doesn't make that.
Yo,
Like, they don't really pretend like they're anything else.
The Hinge app.
Yeah.
Hinge is on, like, I see that shit on Snapchat and, like, YouTube ads all the time. They're like, download the app that'll make you delete all the other dating apps. Which is funny because in the military, a Hinge is actually, like, a funny... It's a slightly derogatory term used for people that promote to the 4th officer rank.
Yeah.
Because basically, the joke is that, you know, they lobotomize them to make them dumb, and then they replace their part of their brain with a hinge, so all they can do is nod like up and down. So we call them hinges.
Like, I feel like dating culture here is so screwed over compared to everywhere else in the world. And when it comes to these apps, like, I don't.
You already have the complexities, the intricacies of traditional Islamic culture.
Yeah, but I don't think it has.
Dating...
I don't think it has anything to do with that, because if you're that person, then you're not even on the app in the first place.
Well,
you know what I mean? Unless
it's
you're
dichotomy, though,
unless they're part of that conversation. No, not necessarily. Unless you're part of that that group that likes to go on Tinder just to see who else is on there.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of those people.
I'm definitely one of those. Like in Bahrain, I'm definitely one of those people.
What is wrong with you?
I just go on there to see what's going on, right? If I see someone,
no, but
I know,
are you actively looking to do like, oh, look at that person's
no.
Like, there are people that do that, man.
Oh, I know this girl.
All right, okay.
In college, there was a Google Chrome extension. that would you know what I'm talking about?
What is this?
My guy. See, thank you, the other American in the room. So in my college days, and fun fact, I went to a military school. Terrible decision. But it was a Chrome extension that would connect to your Tinder, and so it would auto swipe for you.
What?
So literally, like, I would be doing my homework, I'd set my radius to 100 miles, and then just swipe it. Like within an hour, I'd have like 5,000 swipes.
Cool.
What the fuck?
And then what it would do is it would
cool.
send all the matches to your phone. So like I could like, you know, just focus, like, you know, I was an English major, so I'd be like typing up my paper or reading, and like in the background, you know, Chrome's like
that is literally like the spray and pray approach to the ultimate version of it.
I met some characters because of that.
Like, can you imagine like this guy that's like got the system down, like a Quagmire type character? He's got the fucking like investor screens, the analysis with like the Tinder's like Dow Jones. It's going now. It's like, fuck this. Go with the OK Cupid. The OK Cupid is rising. Get the app running at 100 miles per hour. Just swiping left and right, man. This
you know, Pray Love 2 is coming out. All right, I gotta get back on.
Even Tinder has a fucking algorithm. You know that?
Yeah.
Like if you swipe, like there's some guys that just go and swipe right without even looking.
Hold up, wait. If you're saying like you swipe, you always, let's say, reject the right.
Auto right swipe.
Time on profile to swipe left, right. Like, say you don't go for uggos, it will give you nothing but uggos.
How dare you?
What the fuck are uggos?
How dare you define
the ultimate
people by their
And this is why
the ultimate if then statement.
That's exactly what he's hiding behind the screen.
What the fuck are uggos?
Like people that are apparently not good enough for Reds.
not aesthetically pleasing.
Oh, okay.
As if there was an aesthetically pleasing. Oh, there's some spittle right there.
Hey, man.
That's
what,
uggo.
That's what he said.
I don't know what I'm gonna say. Okay. So
what was I getting onto? What were we saying?
Algorithms and Tinder.
This show is like, it's gonna be like framed like Mike Donovan, Metruk, everybody else talking about hose, and back to hose.
He sounded like a fucking news reporter there for a bit.
A little bit of France.
Back in 1940.
The boys are back and to the front. They're flying onto the hose. Look at them go. On the hose.
Avoiding the prostitutes. They swipe left. They swipe right. Oh, they swipe right again. Super like that hoe.
Okay, Cupid, not in fashion. Now we're going with other apps on the file. Tinder is in the bush.
And NCIS is in the building. Everyone runs. NCIS is now arrested.
What was that? There was an Arabic version of Tinder that came out, wasn't there?
There's so many, bro.
Are they?
Yo, Muslim singles, bro.
You get
that's not. That's the one they think.
You get so many ads.
That's the one. You know the one I'm talking about.
Halal
Right?
as fuck.
Yeah. What?
I used it.
Oh.
You used it.
Funny.
Do tell.
Because they're not there for marriage. I can tell you that much.
They're not there for. But does it? Hold on. Does it advertise itself as there for marriage?
Yes.
But there's one that doesn't do that. That got a lot of controversy for some of the online ads. Yes, that's the one, right?
Isn't that a fucking restaurant?
Habibti's got to practice her hand job skills.
Video chatting with random people.
Video chatting.
The thing of that is it advertises many women on there.
Okay.
But it's just dudes talking.
Dude, but is it like chat roulette? Like it just goes randomly and you just see dicks?
It's like
okay. All right. Okay. That's really weird, bro.
I'm not familiar with Arab dating apps.
I'm interested, man. I don't know.
Sign up. Like Arab chicks are cool.
Bored,
like
if I was bored,
they're hilarious.
which I am.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
See, I'm actually really happy and surprised that after all my desperate years, I actually, and I'm surprised as a gamer, I met my wife the old-fashioned way.
True, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
she really went down, as in like really just like
she went down the level, the wrong everything.
No,
Just
like you
standards.
dated up, she's dating.
I went to the perfect moment. I was like, that one. She's desperate.
I don't know.
I dropped the Saudi bomb like 5 days in. I was like, wait, bro, don't mention Saudi just yet.
If you go to Mullah and request 3 times for divorce,
that's your issue.
I throw it in first thing.
You do in Bahrain?
Yes.
Do you get looks?
I fucking hate
Why?
Okay.
But
as an example, Tinder.
Yeah.
I get a match, and suddenly, like, yeah, I'm half Saudi, unmatched.
Oh.
just tell him you're American.
So for you guys that didn't hear him properly,
Tell him you run a nice.
yeah,
vinyl.
you throw in Portuguese. So red is your what's your how do you divide yourself? Korean, red. Was it
record store manager.
He doesn't have a mic.
Cold brew. Oh, sorry.
Half Saudi, half first generation Portuguese American.
All right, there you go. So for you to be that diverse, like there's not enough DNA in there.
He's pouty.
Still not enough to dilute the Saudi in their eyes.
Portuguese, man. You know.
Why is this Bahraini like tendency? I know why, obviously, but
Come on, we know why.
Yeah.
People come to this island and do the worst.
But here's the thing, right? Like, I know for a fact, and you're going to back me up on this because you're Bahraini in that sense, and I'm kind of like half in that sense. For some reason, Bahrainis love the Saudi women's accent.
Yes.
The Riyadhi girl.
Because
You're not one of this?
Baby, you don't love girls that speak Arabic on Snapchat.
I mean, it's sexy. It is.
The amount of Bahraini
it is,
dudes.
It is sexy. Like for me, it's sexy, but that's it. It's sexy, right? But some Bahraini guys, like I get it. Like they make it a fucking point. Like it's so fucking weird.
They want a quiet woman that's gonna Snapchat. Just be. That's all they do. They just they look like a fucking stupid goldfish.
Mike.
They're hot, but they're like.
Mike,
you know.
like with some Bahraini dudes, like they just want the accent.
Fetish.
Like it is.
They want big booty and juicy.
Definitely, they would get off.
Yeah.
Just calling the girl and hearing her speak in Arabic. Like that's how they would fucking get off.
Here's the funny part.
I've been to
Half
your
of the
pussy.
girls that they call are dudes.
It's a weird one.
Hey man,
That's why you got a video call. Hey, video calling is good.
Hey man, you know when you sexually repress a group of people, what happens in high school bathrooms? You know.
Wow.
Now, there's a specific reference.
Wow.
There's a real specific reference.
It took a white dude to.
Why do I have to bring it up?
We lost a subscriber for the wrong and dark reasons, bro.
I called a spade, and in a completely different racial context. Dark, deep.
This is like the wildest fucking episode.
I told him not to go NPR, and he fucking is like, we're gonna investigate the darkest aspects of Saudi culture and society.
Yes. Talking to local Bahraini traffic policeman, Mohammed Bilin, just Mohammed.
You wanted to say Mahmoud, didn't you?
Yeah, there was like 4 Arab names. I was like, no, I've said Mohammed too many times.
Yeah,
I just gave it like Mohammed.
Yeah, let's not venture into Muhammad territory. How about that? Let's just stay away from that name.
Local Afghan expat, Zubair. Zubair Rashid Salman.
Zubair Rashid Salman.
That is a proper Afghani name if you can see it, right? What was I gonna say? Back on track with this whole thing about the flooding the Tinders and all this other dating stuff, all of it with prostitutes and stuff. You know, one of the things I was thinking about when I heard the story of Linrai West and all this NCIS stuff, and I was thinking, if these girls are actually, honey potting, honey dicking, do anything they fucking can do to like blackmail, set up and trap.
I'm surprised they're.
Hold up. I'm going to get to the point here. Hold up.
Sorry.
Right, easy, Mike. Easy with the riddling. Easy. I'm thinking, right? What's stopping? And this is the Bahraini economy might tank just from this, but it's okay. It's Corona time, so the Saudis aren't here yet, and they're not watching this show. Okay, but what's stopping them from doing the same thing to a bunch of Khaliji guys? Do you know what I mean? Nothing.
Arab guilt.
Nothing.
Arab.
Does it happen? Does it happen?
Dude, with social media these days?
But here's the thing. Unlike most countries where that honeypotting works, it's a foothold. You throw them back into their own countries.
That's true.
But hold up.
It's true.
Even if you do throw them, even if let's say she has video evidence, right?
Okay.
Hold up. You're a Khaliji guy, right? You've sinned. You've committed, infidelity, whatever you want to call it.
Astaghfirullah.
Exactly. And now this hoe has, she's a woman. She's threatening you with video evidence that she might link to your wife. She might link to your social media account. To anything else.
It's happened.
So if I'm an affluent Khaliji male, which inshallah. No, I'm just kidding. But if I
wow, that's the biggest loss.
I like you even
freaking white people taking all our jobs,
right?
Everything.
So if I was an affluent Khaliji male, and let's say I'll speak in code 5-0 has been someone has said, oh, there's a video of you and you're with this trollop, this strumpet, if you will.
Yeah.
Because of their expat status, I honestly don't think that they would even take the time to investigate. Because if you think about it, 5-0, they know what's going on. They're not dumb.
Yeah.
And these women, they're here kind of like pseudo-legally because a lot of the time they're just like, oh, I work in a restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I moonlight as a prostitute.
Yeah, so a lot of these girls are doing this like on the side. Some don't work for Mama San, some do, but they don't want to. You would think like, oh, they can honeypot, blackmail, get extra money, but it's a double-edged sword because
nobody wants to rock the boat.
Yeah, because
that, yeah.
And especially like for the.
But here's the thing, and the reason I'm saying this, the reason this got triggered in my head when I was first reading this article, because I was actually talking about this to somebody else, and I was wondering, I was like, man, their economy's fucked right now. Like they don't have
who's economy?
Hose,
hose right
now.
Yeah.
They're not getting anything.
Ironically,
I was on the Reddit group, the Reddit WhatsApp, and we were discussing like how they would start making extra money, like the prostitutes.
Right.
Like they would wear face masks, and you have to pay them like $5 for them to remove their face mask.
That's pretty smart.
Do you know a bunch of them are doing this live streaming shit apparently?
Entrepreneur.
But I don't think that's here. I think that's in other. Yeah.
Only
that's
Thai
European
fans.
stuff. Yeah.
Hasn't that existed for a while?
Bro,
yeah, but it's like everything else, right? Like the OnlyFans.
Bro, OnlyFans is making hella money.
Yeah.
Like if they had stock, I'd buy that.
But here's the thing, right? Every person.
We'll talk after.
Every person that has not figured out streaming or online content has been doing it in the last 3 months, including whores. This is part of at least the European stuff. But if you look at some of the the under, obviously they're not as privileged.
Southeast Asian.
They don't have any economic backing. They might not be technologically savvy. If you're screwed over, you're stuck. I don't know if do they get to go home or are they stuck here?
Depends.
They're stuck here, man.
Because they got to pay for that ticket.
A lot of them I think are stuck here, and a lot of them are desperate to go home.
Yeah. So
I think,
here's the question I'm posing, and write this in the comments, especially if you're a girl, because I want to know this. I've asked this to another female as well in Bahrain, and I said, do you feel bad? Because I felt bad. I saw them walking around in Juffair, and I was like, what is going on here? They look like they've given up on life.
It's not an easy life. I mean, and obviously there are some women that I'm just speaking like worldwide. There are women that on purpose choose that profession. They find it empowering. That's fine.
But there is a big segment of it that is people entrapped.
A lot
right?
of people are forced into it because of economic stuff, or like literally they're like
they're trafficked. Like this
trafficked in person.
Exact same scenario with Linrai West and this guy Little John.
Yeah.
The women they were bringing in they had debts.
They're trafficked.
They had to pay these debts, and I don't know how they rack up these debts and how they get.
Well, it's just
Freudian slip. I said decks.
It's a circular system. They're handlers. The cost of transporting them over there. They're like, oh, well, you owe me.
A lot of little costs here and there.
Debt. It's made so
you
would never get out of it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it is a modern day type of slavery.
Absolutely,
right?
100%.
So if you're fucked over because of an economy, how fucked are you right now? Do you know what I mean? Not only just with that debt.
Put it to you this way. I have a acquaintance, let's call her. She does this, but she is struggling to fucking feed herself right now.
Right.
Just to eat.
Inside scoop into this story, right?
Because there is not their Johns, their so on, their regular customers are no longer in the country.
Yeah.
So they really can't afford to feed them.
They're on the other side of the border, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And their handlers don't give a fuck about them. They need the money that they get from them regardless.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up scenario to be stuck in.
100%.
Like if you think, like obviously, and I feel bad for a lot of people out there that are struggling with their businesses worldwide, right? People have issues, and some people are staying afloat and they're fine. But if you think you had it bad, just think of this scenario. You're not at your home country. You're nowhere near anybody that knows you or
Cops
cares
don't
about
give a
you.
shit, you know.
Nobody gives a shit about you. You're stuck with no source of income, and you just see this number, like this racking up debt numbers going higher and higher and
It's
higher.
really fucked up, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's rough,
terrible. Honestly, it is fucking terrible. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm worried, man. Like, if this stuff gets bad, you end up with a scenario where these girls might actually end up doing that.
Oh yeah, for the blackmail thing.
For the blackmail thing,
if they get desperate, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We need to help them out.
We can't.
Kickstarter.
How
Oh, we can't. I thought we could. For the sake of the country, bro. For the sake of the economy, legalize it. I'm saying it right here and now. No, not that. Legalize weed. Legalize weed. Let's do this now.
No.
Inshallah.
No.
One day, take it back to the old school days.
What?
The weed. Yeah.
Oh. It was legal?
Welcome to NPR.
Was?
The history of
Back
hashish.
in the 70s, 60s.
No.
Dude,
really?
America made it legal.
In the days of Tylos
I blame you
and
guys
Dilliman,
for this shit, man.
The Indian traders would come with their spices to trade for hashish.
Yeah, but it's like everybody else adopted their protocols. You know what I mean?
1 pearl for 1 gram was worth a lot of marijuana. Back in the days of Tylos, Alexander the Great was commonly known as Alexander the Blazed.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Ganja, catnip. What's an Arab name for weed besides hashish? Even though hashish isn't weed.
It's what's it?
Salman? Saman? Ah.
No,
what else is swimming upstream?
No, I'm trying to remember the Moroccan term for it. Hashish. I don't know.
What? Chocolata.
Doch.
Doch.
What?
Is it?
Doch.
Doch is
D-O and phlegm. Doch.
was a borrowed term from Maghrebi Algerian hashish.
Ah.
Okay.
That's that ISIS shit right there.
Under which, do you think any Arab country would probably legalize it if they get desperate enough?
Yemen? Yemen?
You think Egypt would?
Egypt, yeah. I mean, Egypt, like you can smoke it on the street without anyone like giving a fuck.
Yeah, Egypt is one of the most populated countries in the world.
I just assumed it was
Under
like
31
a
million.
stereotype, but is it actually like?
Okay, from a majority of my Egyptian friends telling me, it's fucking everywhere.
It's okay, so it's common in that sense.
Very common.
Bruh.
But the economy's doing well enough. There's enough American foreign aid coming in, making sure to subsidize everything.
Bro, when I was in Egypt, like people were complaining. They're just like the fuck. Horrible accent. They're just like the fuck, man. Like cigarettes are like 20 pounds a pack now, which is like $1.02. And I was just like, holy shit, man. Not even half of it.
Comes to the boyot, يمكن.
I thought it was 2.2 pounds to the 100 fils.
No, it's 16 pounds is $1 US.
Jesus.
Yeah, so and that inflation and everything. There were people complaining that cigarettes, and now granted, like Egyptian cigarettes probably not as great as like a pack of Marlboro Reds.
That Cleopatra, bro. That
Cleopatra, man.
But hey, man, when
kills you, bro.
Hey, man, when you're working,
wood.
It's like, you know what it is, like for Corona, like Cleopatra for the Corona is like the Ritz Carlton. You know what I mean?
I mean,
walks into your lungs, it's like everything's still like. Dun, dun, dun,
hey man, when you're working like the Nile River cruise circuit and you just need a fucking cigarette break, sometimes it'll do that 20-pound pack.
It's classic though. I think that's there's some pride to it.
Yeah, they
I'd love to
make
try.
their own
I've never
booze
tried
there,
it.
too.
You didn't?
I've never tried Cleopatra.
You should.
No, I've heard stories.
Disgusting.
Should.
They're disgusting.
Hey,
As
it's an acquired taste.
No. You're yourself black lung with a single cigarette.
All forms of death are acquired at some point or another, right? So I'm saying, bro, like they should consider it. Maybe some countries around the world need to start thinking, like, the economy's desperate. we need to subsidize it, legalize
do what
it.
you got to do,
Get things
Straight
done.
Eric Andre on that.
Get
Follow
over
at Eric Andre.
I've heard the UAE is experimenting with like medicinal.
Are they?
No,
but I thought that was CBD.
Apparently, I don't know. Like that's what I heard.
CBD is not really.
Exactly.
It doesn't give you any kind of high. It is more of a relaxant, like morphine.
Yeah,
Like-
it's a mood stabilizer.
Yes.
because of that THC.
Like Madre, maybe they're looking for medicinal applications for marijuana. I that's what I heard at least. The
That's
UAE.
how it starts, right?
Yeah,
That's how it starts.
that's how it starts.
It's a gateway drug. You get addicted to the weed, and then suddenly everyone's doing like Calexico with each other.
I was just thinking
and
the
then-
same thing. France 24.
mind meld, and then suddenly you're mind melding because you're on LSD, and then before you know it, you're just going over the bridge and just starting everything.
But if there was to be a country,
Next on France 24.
Ya Allah Habibi, what seems to be the officer problem?
Local Bahrainis. Sin City's #1 on Mahmoud.net.
Dyke Donovan arrested for starting a weed revolution. Deported to Yemen, where he's now the king. Wait, what?
Whoa.
This is so risky.
All right. This has been. By the way, like I know we've lost some of you tonight. I know this episode.
Wait, wasn't this pre-recorded, Khaled?
No editing.
Really watching?
Bro. No editing, unfiltered. This is Bedouin Banter. This is Banter Buddies, the series where shit goes around. We talk themes. Today it's been, of course, Juffair life. We've talked
Hoes and drugs.
Hoes and drugs.
Some religious references.
And the NCIS, I want to know what your informant program is like. I want to know what your snitches get just to see if it's actually worth their time.
All right. Are you listed on Backpage or something?
Yeah.
Which would be
Let us know. Like Reddit/NCIS.
Reddit/not a narc.
Hashtag Takeshi. Just get it done there. 6ix9ine, motherfucker.
6ix9ine.
So if you guys are enjoying the episode, let us know. Comment below. Give us a sub. Give us a share. Make sure this word gets around that the fun has only just started with this series with the new podcast that's coming in. We're going to do some renovating for the studio. There's a lot of shit down the line.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, thank you for an awesome episode.
Oh, man, that was so much fucking fun.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's been the one.
Shout out to the Instagram for real. Everyone's watching on YouTube. They're like, I subscribe on YouTube. Fuck that. Like our Instagram, too. Do it.
That's
Bedouin
right.
Banter.
That's right. True that. Yeah, make
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Bedouin Banter.
Big shout out. Big fucking shout out.
At K Dosey.
All right, what
hold
else we
my
plugging?
carrot.
What else we plugging?
Hold my carrot.
There we
Hold
go.
my carrot.
fucking
Hold
carrot.
my carrot.
Karak.
Yes.
That's the one.
Karak.
What do you got for it, Matsi?
I got, I don't know, my personal Instagram, almatrouk57.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys, make sure to stay with us. We're going to obviously get some news next week on what's happening with the border. Maybe stuff is opening up back again in Saudi. We've heard the rumors a million times.
Wait, what?
A million times we've heard the rumors. We're going to see if it's true.
But now newspapers started reporting it, so it might be true.
Well, they did when I showed you. Remember that Ayam thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
So, fingers crossed.
We'll see.
I need my fucking tires.
Yo, finger crescented, bro.
I need my fucking tires.
If everyone's looking at the bridge, man, they're not looking at the water. And you know what's on the water? The Dows. And the Dows are the ones taking the hashish into Bahrain.
And
Dura is just a drug man, I'm just going to ramble. Yeah. I got my platform. Look at this. All right.
Thank you for joining us on Bedouin Banter. This is probably going to be the last episode of the whole show.
Stairs and MOI.
Stay with us for the next one. It's going to be with and Sammy in studio talking about couples, relationships, and struggles as a modern day geek culture community. All right. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.